Hello students, welcome to today's session of Daily Chemistry Dose. So today we shall be discussing one topic of P block elements, and pertaining to group 14 there comes a topic of silicates. This is nowadays, since last many years, lot many questions have been asked in IIT Advanced JEE Mains and NEET examination from this particular topic. So silicates are very interesting, and let us see. I shall be placing 2 3 questions today for this particular topic, and as we proceed, you happen to see that it is quite interesting and a very engaging topic. So just for your curiosity, I should also place it here that three-fourth of our Earth crust is containing compounds of silicon and oxygen, which primarily be consisting of silicates. And when I say earth crust would be consisting of sand, which we happen to say it as mitti, and your rocks, different types of rocks are containing silicates in it, and then uh, s- many stones also do contain the silicates in form of aluminosilicates. So when we say that our earth crust, these are the things where you would find lot of silicate. And there is a interesting paradox here that in India we tend to say our human body is nothing but mitti, but this human body, which we tend to say it as mitti, this would hardly consist any silicate or silicon in it. That's a interesting paradox. So going ahead, what I shall be placing in today's session is 2 3 questions which primarily be dealing with the formula of silicates and the chemical bonding aspect of these silicates. So before I go into it, let me first place it here that what exactly are silicates. Silicates are a polymeric compounds in which this tetrahedrons, this particular unit is the polymeric entity which when repeated and again tend to give you different types of silicates. So this is the building block or the base of this particular topic, and this entity which I have shown here, or chemical species shown here, it would have a perfect tetrahedron. So this would look like this. So as you know that the tetrahedron would have 4 faces, and these are the 4 faces which we tend to see. One is this face, which is a bottom face, which is just like a equilateral triangle. So there are 4 such. If I would place it here, other two, this one is this and one is this, but I shall not be using this much. So if I happen to see that this entity, if I would see it from the top to the bottom, so how does it look like? There is a way to make it. So we shall be placing it like this. I am seeing it from the top. So since I am seeing it from the top, I would see a oxygen atom. This is the oxygen atom I would see, and other 3 oxygen atoms which are there at the corners of a equilateral triangle of the tetrahedral's base. So these are the 3 oxygen atoms which I shall also be seeing. And in between, because I am seeing it from the top, because I'm seeing it from the top, so I would see this oxygen, and this silicon atom which I'm marking it now would get eclipsed. So it is below this oxygen which is being pointed by this color. So this is what I'm saying it as silicon, and these are attached to the oxygen atoms. The way I shall be showing it with red marker, this is the way it is being joined, and all of these oxygen atoms would be having one negative charge also. So this also has a negative charge, this also has a negative charge. So there are 4 oxygen atoms. So these two structures are one and the same structure. So silicates would have this entity, and what would happen, this, the oxygen which is carrying a negative charge can join with another tetrahedron and so on, and as soon as it start joining with different tetrahedrons are joining in 3 dimensionally in different direction, which we happen to get that it becomes polymeric. As it becomes more and more polymeric, the negative charge on these oxygen atoms start decreasing, as we shall be seeing in upcoming 4 5 minutes, that you would love to see it, that how the negative charge is getting omitted, and ultimately what we actually would end up getting, the most important entity which we tend to say it as silica, which we tend to say is sand or mitti. So now let us see what exactly I shall be placing. Two, three questions I shall be discussing in today's session. So first comes this, and try to solve this question by pausing this video, and thereafter I shall be discussing it out. So I hope you have tried solving it. So first, you in the following reaction we have to identify A, B, C, D, and then find the value. So this is the integer type of a question which is very prominent nowadays in JEE mains as well as in advanced. So you have to take a mod of A, B, C, D, because there is A is having a negative charge and C is also having negative charge. So we have to take a mod. So it seems like very easy because you have to simply do it balancing, and it can be done by, can it be done by balancing? That's also a challenge. Now if I would place that, it is quite easily could see that there are three silicon on the reactant side and on the product side. Oxygen here is 10 and here is 9, and this becomes the 10. So the oxygen got balanced to hydrogen. This B should have value 2 and this D should have value 1. This is sure. Now the question is that since all the elements got balanced but the charge has not been balanced, so we have to identify what is the charge. So for that I have to solve this, that what is the value of this A and what is the value of C. Now how we are going to do it? So first I am passing you a shortcut. There are two three ways or two three shortcuts to do to identify this. In today's session I will be placing one way and would be doing most all the questions with that method, so that you should become comfortable in that. So this is what is being given to you. So what I would be doing here, that there are three silicon atoms. I shall be taking a tetrahedron. I shall be taking three tetrahedron units. As I said earlier, that the silicate which we shall be getting after the polymerization would be having basic entity as SiO4 negative. So if I take it like this, the formula tend to become Si3O12 12 negative. So it would be 12 negative. But actual molecule is what? Actual molecule is containing how many oxygen atoms? It is containing 10 oxygen atoms. So this means if I want to go from this side, now this is the important statement from where you get to know the shortcut. So if I have done it this way, the way I have shown it this way, uh, actual molecule is containing 10 oxygen atom, but here it is 12. So to get 10 from the 12, I have to decrease oxygen atoms by 2. So decrease oxygen atoms by 2. So as soon as two oxygen atoms have been decreased, we have to decrease double number of negative charge. Why I'm doing this thing that way would be explained in few minutes. That what I said, you have decreased oxygen atoms by 2, the negative charge you are going to decrease by 4. The decrease of 4 negative charge, decrease of 4 negative charge would make this as 8 negative. This would make it 8 negative. So the value of A happens to come here is A. Let me place it once more in a simpler way. What I did is that I made this as Si3O10. So the oxygen atom which got decreased is from the 12. So the oxygen atom decreases of 2 oxygen atoms. So the negative charge would be of 4 negative. So here comes the 8 negative. This is what we have done. Now the question is, which shall be there in your mind, that why sir is doing this way. So for that you have to see the video till last. Just wait for another 2 minutes. So the other molecule which was there was Si3O9 and it was C negative. So we also would want to find the value of C. So here also what I shall be doing is that I would take SiO4 4 negative 4 negative as 3 units, because there are 3 silicon here. So there would be three tetrahedron units. So it shall again would become Si312 12 negative. So what is the exact molecule which we have? In the molecule there are 9. So from 12 to 9 I have decreased 3 oxygen atoms, and the negative charge which I have to decrease is 6 negative. double the oxygen atoms. So it would become 12 minus 6, this would become minus 6. So we are almost done with the problem first. Let us see what is the answer, then I will explain the logical interpretation out of it. So what we shall now be writing, we shall be writing Si3O10, here we get 8 negative plus 2H positive gives me Si3O96 negative plus 1 water. This is what we got. Now let us see whether it is okay. So on the reactant side you have 8 negative, 2 positive. So minus 6. On the product side you also have minus 6. So it is perfectly got balanced. Now we have to do the mod. I have to take the answer. So what answer do I get? Here is 8 plus 2. This is 8 plus 2 plus 6. This is 6 and plus 1. This is 1. So this would make how much? 10 and 17. So the is their answer 17? Yes, we are through the answer. So answer would be the 17. Now coming on to the query. Now why we have decreased, how this formula has been generated. Now the simple trick we have played here is, which is very interesting and would make the things very interesting, that if in case I take two tetrahedron units of this type, if I take two tetrahedron units of silicates, just to make it more interesting, so I have taken two tetrahedron units. So once I have taken two tetrahedron units, what I am saying is SiO4 4 negative I have taken. So into this you theoretically would put 2H positive. Now if I put 2H positive, what I shall be doing here is I am taking out this as water. So this went out as water. Now as soon as water has gone out, the negative charge which this oxygen was carrying, that negative charge has been omitted out. And thereafter what would happen? This species, this oxygen now would attack the silicon and would join with it. Now once this oxygen is going to join with the silicon, the negative charge this oxygen would have also got emitted. So with the depletion of one oxygen, the negative charge decrease of twice. So what answer do I get here? It is basically a formation of disilicate, which we also say it as pyrosilicate. From here you also would see or feel that how these silicates are going to get polymerized with these oxygen atom carrying negative charge. So this is what we get. And now if I place it here, 2H positive, so 2H positive has taken one oxygen atom, so water gone out and you are left with SiO2, and since it is 2 for the 8, so it becomes 7. This is 8 and now you would become 7, and there is 8 negative charge, total 8 negative charge. So the oxygen is decreased by 2, oxygen is decreased by 1, sorry, oxygen is decreased by 1, the negative charge decrease would be of 2. So from 8 negative, because this is 8 negative, from 8 negative if you decrease 2, so here it would be 6 negative. That makes sense also. And if in case you would want the molecule which we have already shared it with you, the exact way of solving this particular case, if you are interested in, so this was this case 8 negative which we placed it 2H positive. And if you would want to see that how this reaction might have happened, this will give you another dimension to the question and would create interest in you. And I shall be placing one complete video on different types of silicates very soon. So now let me show it to you very interestingly, that if I show it like this is 1, this is 2, I joined it together. Now see here what I did. Just all these oxygen atoms I am placing it with orange marker. So these are the oxygen atoms. These are the three tetrahedron which I'm speaking time and again, because silicons are three. So this is oxygen, this is oxygen, this is oxygen. Now where is silicon? Silicon, let me show it with red marker. This is what you have, silicon. This is the silicon. And these are joined to each other through the silicon. This is the silicon which we get. Now if I happen to say that after joining, let me mark red marker little boldly here. These are the silicons. Now, how much of the negative charge it is having with it? So the negative charge is here, here, and here, because this oxygen got joined to two silicon, so the negative charge of it has got omitted. So the negative charge is still here, still here, still here, and on this. So what you are able to see here is that in this you have three negative charge here, two negative charge here, and three negative charge on this entity. Now, the beauty of the thing. Now, try to remain with me. This is very interesting. So, if I place 2H positive here, and this 2OH positive has taken out this oxygen. So, if it has taken out this oxygen, the negative charge of this oxygen got emitted. Oxygen gone out with water. And what would happen now? This is wow. This is very interesting. So, this oxygen is going to join with the silicon. Now this oxygen when joins with the silicon, its negative charge also got emitted. So what goes out is water. Water goes out, and what entity do we get? And if I would show you with the same colors, you would come across this thing. You would come across, I am just running short of space. You get this thing. Now this is very interesting, and if I show you the same colored markers, so it got cyclized. It got cyclized, and this is the way the cyclic silicates are being formed. So I have shown all the colors the similar way. So this is very, very interesting that all the silicon atoms, or this is how the silicate molecules, and where the red marker is, the red points are the silicons, these are at the center. And now we could see the negative charge which we have shown with this color is on this and this. Every tetrahedron is now having only two negative charge, because one oxygen has gone out, and once that oxygen has gone out with water, the charge got decreased by 2. So that is why from 8, from 8 negative it becomes 6 negative. This is very, very interesting. I loved it explaining it, because this is uh, as and when I explain this topic anywhere, I feel thrilled that how these silicates tend to become polymeric and the way it tend to go. And this can extend like anything. So I shall be making special video for this also. So this again is a very important question which can be asked in the final examination. So on evaluation of the formula of following compound, what would be the value of Y and Z? So I shall be doing this question in the next video. So till that time, try this question and try to solve it and match the answer with the discussion coming in the next video. Take care, thanks a lot, and hope you have enjoyed today's session. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and do write something on comment box, so that I keep on putting such videos for you people. Thanks a lot, have a nice day, take care and stay safe. Bye bye.